Hello Appleby College, my name is Michael Hendrick and you're watching Channel 4 News. Making news this week is the totem pole construction with reporter Connor Akit, followed by your weekly history minute with Mark Martoni. Off to you boys.
Hi, I'm Connor Akit and I'm here with Jim Mencken, the designer of this new totem pole. Jim, what's the significance of this pole?
I was contacted by parents of some of the grade 12 class that graduated in 2012, and they decided to fundraise and leave something memorable behind, and so they came up with this idea of the totem pole and to have all the house animals placed on it. That's what we've done.
All right, thank you.
No problem.
Wow, that'll soon be history, Connor. I'll have to feature in one of my future episodes. Speaking of history, this is your weekly history minute with Mark Martoni. This here is an Inukshuk. An Inukshuk was first designed by Inuit people in the northern parts of Canada. They are commonly made out of stone in the shape of a human being. Our Inukshuk here at Appleby College is down by the lake at Topher Point. It is a monument that represents when Appleby hosted the Round Square Conference. Each of these rocks here at the bottom represents a different school that participated in the conference. Some examples are the Wellington College, the Sedborough School, St. Scythian College. It sure is a beautiful piece of art. Now back to you, Mike.
Thanks Connor and Mark. Now here's Colin Hill with Laura Jabor, a 5-year veteran on the girls field hockey team. Colin?
Hi, we're here with veteran member, varsity field hockey player Laura Jabor. Laura.
Hey Colin, good.
So Laura, how long have you been playing field hockey?
This is my 5th year, field hockey.
Yeah, what makes you play field hockey, or what makes you like field hockey?
It was a new sport and I came here in grade 7 and I wanted to try something new.
Okay. How long have you been playing on the varsity team?
This is my 3rd year in varsity.
Okay. Well Laura, being a veteran of this team, what are some expectations you bring to the field?
Well, we have a lot of new players this year, so a lot of grade 9s and 10s that haven't played before on varsity level, and I think we're pulling it together really great, and we are so far undefeated, and I think we're going to do really well this year. We're shooting for gold.
Okay. So you have an undefeated season. What do you think is going to be your biggest competition for the year?
Probably SJK, when we meet them at the finals, which we will, or Lakefield this Saturday. But we already beat Nichols, so we're doing well.
Okay, Laura. Well, good luck for this year.
Thank you, Paul.
Way to go girls. Now here's Michael Shaw with the Riddle of the Week.
Hello, my friends. Gather near. I have for you a riddle. Now lend me your ears. What travels the world but stays in a corner? Think about it. Give your address. But only one can be the winning guess.
Thanks Michael. I had the chance to have an on-location interview with Mr. Van Nostrand, Appleby's newest headmaster. Here's the report.
Hi there, my name's Anchor Michael Hendrick, and I'm here with Appleby's new headmaster, Mr. Van Nostrand. And today we'll be talking about how he feels about Appleby and just a few questions I'll be asking. So, Mr. Van Nostrand, tell me about yourself. Where did you go for high school?
I went to a Montessori school when I was young, and then I went to a place called Brown Public School. And then I went to the kind of Voldemort of schools. So,
really?
An all-boys school in downtown Toronto where I actually used to work.
To which school was that?
Went to UCC.
UCC, wow.
Yeah.
It's interesting, one of Appleby's rivals, actually.
Yeah. In fact, I remember playing a number of sports here.
Really?
30 years ago, 35
The school has
years
changed since then, of course.
The school has changed, but I enjoyed my visits back then, but not as much as I love being here now.
Absolutely. So, were there any courses that you excelled in? Any things you were strongly part of with the school?
When I was in high school?
Yeah,
I loved history, I loved maths and physics. I was a mediocre athlete.
Yeah.
In fact, when I was younger, I was the furthest thing from coordinator you could ever imagine.
Really?
And when I got a little bit older, I kind of hit my stride in about grade 11, 12. Back then we had grade 13 too. I ended up doing a variety of sports, and I wish I'd been involved more with things like drama and the arts, but I loved my time in high school.
Did you ever see yourself possibly growing to be principal of the school or involved in teaching?
Nope, never did it in a million years.
That's
actually.
interesting.
So,
That's cool.
I trained as an engineer at university, and ended up working in administration in the university sector before I went to the independent school sector about 13 years ago.
Okay.
And loved what I was doing, which was in terms of strategy and external relations, and never thought about a headship until I was approached by the search consultant. A number of good friends of mine who are former principals and current principals said you should think about this, because Appleby's a really special place, and it's a wonderful, if you'd be able to get it, it's an incredible role.
Yeah, it's definitely a big leadership position.
Yeah.
You're in charge of a lot here.
Yep.
So, coming to Appleby, is there anything you plan on bringing to the school, such as new clubs, new programs, academic things?
Well, part of it, although I know a number of Appleby people, and I had some friends who went to Appleby many moons ago, and there are a couple faculty members who I knew a little bit before I came here. The Board of Governors was really smart. They said to me, job one in the first year is understand the place. Understand the culture of the place, what makes it up, what programs we have, where there may be strengths and weaknesses. So while I have ideas here and there, I don't have any real plans to say we're going to do this or we're not going to do that. The other thing I think is really important is, someone told me once that leaders in schools are actually discourse shapers. So part of those kinds of conversations, I work with an incredible leadership team here, far more capable than am I, is with them, but also students and staff and alumni and parents, is trying to understand from them what they think is really good, what are the things we've got to keep and
so it's every voice from the community that creates what it is.
And what do people think are areas that we can do better at, and what are areas we've never thought of that we can get into. So I'm going to try to take at least a year just to try to understand those things first.
Right. So among the students, there have been rumors about possibly new sports being introduced into the school. Do you have anything to say about this, or an opinion?
I've heard the same rumors, and I'm always the last one to hear the rumors. So people have asked me that, but I don't have any plans to change any program, including any sports, until I understand the place. And once again, part of the decision is not just the principal's decision. What we've tried to talk about as a leadership team is we should do things collectively and ask for people's views on it. So I have no imminent plans to add a new art stream or a new sports team or get rid of one thing or another. I'm just trying to understand the place.
So I understand you live here on campus, in the house over there. What's it like being right in the Appleby community? It's a place with such energy. What's it like?
Well, it's great. So I have 3 kids, 14, 13, and 10-year-old. And my wife, together, we just love being on campus. So what's wonderful is there's a whole community around the staff who live here. And a couple people hosted us early on in our time here. And we're trying to take the opportunity to come to the CAF or go to a couple of boarding events. And all that's great. My kids love it. To me, being around students energizes you and keeps you younger than you would be otherwise. I'm not going to say I'm young, but younger than you would be otherwise. So I love it. I can't imagine waking up and looking over Lake Ontario that anyone's got a better
surely is a beautiful view you have.
The only problem is, as someone once said to me, an Appleby grad who lives in another similar kind of place, he said it's a beautiful bird cage, because the problem is you're right in the middle of everything and you don't have a ton of privacy, but I feel like I've won the lottery, not only being here as the principal, but also being able to live on campus.
Yeah, it's truly awesome. All right, well, it's been great talking to you.
Great, nice talking to you too.
Thanks for being with us, and that's all. Thanks.
And now to conclude our show, here's Osama Khan with the weather.
Hey Appleby College, this is your weatherman Osama Khan, and look how beautiful the weather is. We're expecting a few thunder showers tonight, but overall it should clear up by the morning, and it's going to be fantastic the rest of the week. We're expecting temperatures of 20 degrees Celsius, partly cloudy, mostly sunny throughout the week, including the weekend. It's going to be fantastic. This might be the last chance for all you guys, all you people, to have t-shirts, shorts, and sandals. Make sure you take full advantage of the pool, and we hope the weather continues. Thank you, Appleby. Back to you, Mike.
That's all for us here today at Channel 4 News. You stay classy, Appleby College.